It is 4 p.m. on a Thursday, so I apologize in advance for any car alarms, car horns, rumbling windows, construction sounds, or anything of the sort that's going on in the background. I will not know about it. New adventure, search for the mirror of Erised. A completely pointless TLSQ that honestly has no reason for existing. But the same can be said for a lot of TLSQs in this game. Good morning everyone and welcome to another video on this channel. Because you are here and you are on this channel. Now we have to look for the mirror of Erised. It's just one more thing that's gone missing. TLSQ is also mostly fan service. But this is a fan service that we asked for. And you would think a TLSQ in which we get to see our greatest desire and our friends' greatest desires would be fun. But the way it's been written is so stupid to me. A magical artifact is missing and it's up to you and your friends to figure out what it is and who might have taken it. Of course, everything is up to us in the school, isn't it? And the fact that Maroon and Ismelda are standing this prominently makes me think that they are obviously the ones causing trouble. Because who else would it be? I have read data mine, okay? That is why I know that this quest is complete nonsense. And I really believe me, I really wanted a mirror of Erised TLSQ. I just really wish it was better. I'm lowering your expectations right now. This quest is nonsense. So if this video is badly edited, it's because I had no idea how to make it entertaining. Talbot, my dude, what do you got? Professors Dumbledore and McGonagall look quite worried about something today. Another thing went missing and they want to take no responsibility for looking for it. It always falls on the children. I understand your concern about the missing magical artifact, Albus. Rest assured we shall find it. You know how the pronoun game is played where the person is always referred with her or they, etc. This is like a pronoun game for an object. What is that called? I will talk to Mr. Filch about conducting a proper search right away. It's important we get this special artifact back. I'm surprised that talking amongst themselves, they won't refer to the artifact by its name. That's what I'm saying. It's like the pronoun game. What's this, Rai? Have you heard? The professors are all worked today about some magical lost artifact. I mean, I guess they're not discussing the name of the artifact because children are around. Okay, I suppose that makes sense. I take back any insults on that. They do look a bit concerned about something. Do we know what's gone missing? Not yet, but they seem quite keen to get it back. Why do you think they're so concerned about fighting the magical artifact, Saragi? I mean, if they're concerned about finding a magical artifact, it's usually because it could be dangerous. Perhaps it's dangerous and Dumbledore is concerned for the students if we get a hold of it. Of course, that makes sense. Hogwarts certainly has its share of dangerous magical artifacts. Inside a school with children, there really shouldn't be. Like, imagine if there was like a flammable object in schools that you... Okay, in all honesty, those are just chemistry labs. I take that back. Is it wrong that I'm more interested if it's dangerous? No, I think the dangerous things are more interesting, which is why some people are excited for chemistry class. So I never got to mix anything in anything. One thing's for sure. Mr. Filch and all the teachers will be looking for this missing artifact. They won't be the only ones. Of course you two want to cause trouble because why not? The constant thing in every single TLSQ, Marula and Ismelda doing something really stupid that leads to the plot of the entire TLSQ. You'd think she would have learned something by now because last time she literally got blinded trying to steal the sword of Gryffindor. What do you mean, Marula? Are you up to something? Isn't she always? Penny, that's a stupid question. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Finding the missing artifact is important to Professor Dumbledore. I don't know why we are getting involved at all. Let Marula just find it and let her get punished for it. Like, why do we try to save her every time? Let her get beaten up for once. That's exactly why we're interested in whatever it is. Well, we can't let you leave until we know exactly what you're up to. So tell us what you're planning, Marula. And she's going to tell us. We were in a trial last week, my child. No, the week before that. The criminal will never tell you exactly what their intentions are. Look, I don't care 2% about what you people have to say in the energy sections. Let me finish this TLSQ. I'm hungry. I want dinner. It's 4 p.m. and I want dinner. Look, it's Thursday. I fast on Thursdays. But I didn't eat a proper dinner yesterday, so I'm just extremely hungry today. Usually, this hunger is not that bad. Whatever the missing artifact is, it's gone missing for a reason. So Ismelda and I intend to find it first. I wondered why it went missing in the first place, because if they're looking for it now, it means they did steal it. They're going to steal it after it went missing, so why did it go missing in the first place? And we don't plan to give it back into the headmaster till we've had our fun with it. We should just let them do that thing and we should let Dumbledore find out and give them like a year of detention. Why do we get involved in these things? That's what I would do. I'd just leave them to it. I'd just let them do their thing. And then they'll get into trouble and then they'll be completely their fault. And we won't get involved. That's a terrible idea, Marula. I'm not interested in what you think about my ideas, Hayward. Penny wants to help find... Of course Penny does. Goody two-shoes teacher's pet over here. Perhaps you'll return it to Dumbledore before you can cause any trouble with it. That sounds brilliant, Sai. Of course it does! Everything sounds brilliant to you. You stupid, overused little... You definitely need luck to beat us to it. And first we need to figure out what it even is that's got missing. Have you figured it out? I don't think so. Sharp. Which is why I'm going to bring in the help of a few friends. And for the headmaster's missing artifact is on. We should not get involved in this. We should not be getting involved in this. Why do we get involved in everything? As if we don't have enough troubles with our own personal life, with R and everything. We just have to get involved in other things. This quest is already making me angry and it hasn't even started yet. Imagine being so bored that you dare to butt your head into everybody's business. I've been looking for Professor Sprout. I don't suppose you've seen her? No? She's in the herbology classroom. Go to the herbology classroom. I'm watching your students. If you took that Dumbledore's looking for, I'll catch you before you look into its glass. And you already told us that it's glass. I'm having a friend with a paper, but I hope you and Penny find the missing artifact, Sarahi. Yeah, God forbid Ben help us in a quest, not Penny. And why are we recruiting Marula and Ismelda? Nothing about this quest makes sense. Well, look who's here. Found the missing magical artifact yet, Silvers. We're not even sure what we're looking for yet, Marula. But we're confident we're going to beat you and Ismelda to it. And still they're standing here with us. In a group. Where's Barnaby? Then you have to beat me too. Barnaby's in this quest. Where's Barnaby? We're working with Marula and Ismelda to it. I mean, I don't think I'm surprised. She loves causing trouble. She just causes trouble for a better reason than Marula and Ismelda do. And we love Tulip in this house. I'm surprised, aren't you? Nah. I'm not surprised, Penny. A lot of students are interested in the missing magical object. I'd like to find it, for what it's worth. If I am involved, I'd like to find it. I'd like to look into its class and then maybe I'll return it. I don't care. Most likely because I want a chance to experience its magical powers. Hey, let me see it. That's exactly how I feel. I heard Penny wants to get the artifact back to the headmaster right away. So I'm only hanging out in the rule and Ismelda to get a lead on what the object might be and to get to it first. I suppose that makes a bit more sense even if I don't like it. You don't like anything. Please go away, Penny. I am so tired of you. Tonks is the one who told me what was going on. Why is Tonks anyway? And I couldn't resist the idea that the missing artifact could have excellent prank potential. I don't see how a mirror could have prank potential. Enough pattering on, we still need to figure out what exactly we're looking for so we can begin the hunt. I said we had brainstormed together to find out what Dumbledore is looking for. Why should I talk about any of this with you, Ismelda? Because I want to have fun with it. I mean, if I'm going to get involved in this nonsense, I may as well have some fun. Yeah, we're trying to beat you to the missing artifact, not help you find it. If you and Penny are convinced you can figure out what it is first, you shouldn't be worried we'll beat you to it. She has a good point. Ismelda is right, so let's try to figure out what the magical artifact is that Professor Dumbledore is looking for. I don't care 2% of the energy sections. Every single energy section in this video is getting skipped unless there are good lines. I'd quite like to find the sword of Gryffindor. Marula, did you learn nothing from the last time you tried to find the sword of Gryffindor? She actually learned nothing. My favorite idiot has actually learned nothing. I suppose that's why she's my favorite idiot. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this video. Usually while I'm recording videos, I have also ideas in my brain okay, I'll put this edit there, I'll put this edit there. I am absolutely blanking with this TLSQ. It's left me completely uninspired and that's sad. Seems as if working together to figure out what's missing is a good idea. So we know it's the mirror of Erised now. Ben said it from right back there. Sounds like the pensive could be missing or even the sword of Gryffindor or the sorting hat. I've looked for the sword of Gryffindor before. You got blinded because of it. Please do not look into it again. And hopefully learned a lesson about why the hell you should stop Marula. What Mr. Filch was overheard saying about... What Mr. Filch was overheard saying about catching us before we look into the glass makes the most sense. I can't talk. Marula, stop talking. Penny, stop talking. I'm annoyed with both of these people. It sounds like Professor Dumbledore has stopped the mirror of Erised. You are not smart. Ben pointed out before you. He wins. What is that? All this fuss is about a mirror? Is he worried about combing his blood the wrong direction or something? I love that. Tulip, I love that bird. I read about it once. The mirror of Erised shows the witch or wizard looking into it their ultimate heart's desire. Now that's something I'm excited to see. It's not particularly dangerous. Yeah, let's have some fun. I bet I'll see myself performing the ultimate prank with tongs. I have so many dark desires I want to witness, but definitely going to beat to the mirror. Actually, you could just take me with you to the mirror. I'd like to see what I want to see, and honestly, I think it's pretty obvious what MC wants to see. For Sly, though, not so obvious. I'm still debating on whether Rakepick should be part of that reflection. It's still a debate in my brain. I'm still debating on that. Because Rakepick was basically like a replacement for Sly's mother. So I'm still in my brain, I'm thinking like, should she be a part of that reflection? Because it's something that I really wants for Rakepick to remain her mentor. It's something she really, really wanted. We'll see about that. Sly and I make a pretty brilliant team. We make a pretty boring team is more like it. I'm so tired of you. Less talking, more searching. Let's go. Mirula is so cocky, but she's also really smart. Probably smarter than you. I don't know how we'll find the mirror first, right? You're smart as well, Penny. No, you're not any smarter than Rowan. Can we have Rowan back? Please? So perhaps we'll find the mirror by doing what you do best. You mean studying? That's Rowan's thing. Shut up! I don't care 2% about any more of these lines. Shut up and let's just go. So that you can get out of my sight, Penny. For the rest of the week. Okay, editing Akemi on the other side of the world. Is 99.9% of this video just penny salt? I'm glad what I overheard Mr. Filthy and the quote was helpful to you, Sarai. Thank you, Ben. I just get involved, please. I'm tired of Penny. Hi, Barnaby. Please get involved. I'm tired of Penny. I was hoping Professor Dumbledore was missing a magical creature so I could find it and make it my friend. Oh boy. Wholesome. If it was a magical creature, I'd also like to find it and make it my friend, and that would be a much better plotline. I must admit, I would like to gaze into the mirror of Erised myself. I want to do, I don't know. So, still debating in my brain whether Rakepick should be a part of this, because on one hand, it's like something that he really wants, and on the other, it really shouldn't be. Blah, 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 blah. Penny stinks, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for gathering all these books, Penny. Have you learned anything that might help us find the mirror yet? Blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you everything I know so far, so we can look for more information too. If we learn as much as we can about the mirror, perhaps we'll beat Mirula and our other friends to find it. I love how she refers to the others as our other friends. So it's a little comforting knowing that Ismelda and Penny are friends, considering Beatrice. That would surely make Professor Dumbledore happy. Like I care about making Professor Dumbledore happy. Especially if we can return. Yeah, no, I don't care. Please stop saying your redundant lines and just do things. You could at least sit down while you're studying. You don't have to stand up and be uncomfortable. Fun fact, about a year ago, I wanted to make a drawing of Rakepick looking into the mirror of Erised, and I made a reference model for it and everything. I have never drawn that picture. I should do that. I have so many whips I want to finish first though. Well, we've learned a bit more about the mirror's origins, including when it was made and what it might look like, with its gold frame and inscription. It says here that the inscription reads, Erised stra eru oit ube kapru oit on vorsi. I need to read that backwards. Give me a minute. I don't want to read this backwards. You can do it on your own. Just pause the video to do that. It suddenly sounds quite powerful and intriguing. I can understand why the headmaster wants it back. Good thing Mirula isn't here reading what the mirror of Erised might want her to find it even more. I'm not sure I'd even want to see what my heart's desire was in the mirror. Why not? I noticed you reading what the mirror of Erised. You wouldn't be trying to find it, would you? Nope. No, we aren't looking for the mirror. We can be curious about things. Shut up! That sounds like something the teachers wouldn't approve of. Quite right, I'm glad to hear you say something sensible for once. Shut up! Go away! The mirror of Erised is a powerful magical object. You're telling us not to find it, then you're telling us about it? And the reflection once he's in there could be quite compelling, alluring and even mystifying. It is not to be trifled with, especially by immature students. Well, in your eyes, I think everyone except you is immature, so yeah, you're one to talk. Go away, please. The way you talk about the mirror, it seems like something that would be hidden quite carefully. I agree. Yes, and even a wiser witch or wizard might argue that the hiding place would need to be wisely hidden as well, huh? But enough about that. The library is for silent learning, not prattling on, and I am one witch who takes her own advice. Thank you for going away. I think Madam Binks might just have given us a clue to where the mirror of Erised is hidden, Sarai. Mirror of Erised. That's it, mirror or Erised. Jam today! Hire proofreaders for the love of God. You mean a hiding place that is hidden itself? Yes, perhaps Madam Pinch is referring to the room of What? Rumors say it's located off one of the corridors on the 7th floor, and it is perhaps unplottable. But if the mirror has gone missing, why do we even need to find the room of requirement at all? Where did that fan service come from? You're right, if that's where it was kept, it's clearly not there anymore. Huh? Hold on, Penny, perhaps we don't need to find the room itself. Maybe if we search the corridors, we might find a clue about where the mirror went. This is far too much brain power, and I need food. Shut up! Honest question, do you think this quest would have been more interesting in me if I had not read the data mine? I don't like this TLSQ. Barnaby still doesn't have casuals! Ma! Not you. I haven't even put my earphones on yet, and this man has the audacity to greet me with "Cheers, mate!" As if we haven't been dating for about 3 years now. That's right, cheers, mate. Yeah, that's how you greet your girlfriend. Fine. It's not your fault, my love. It's just Janfitty's fault. They won't give you anything. Hello, Srahi. You wanted to meet us here. Is it about the hunt for the mirror of Erised? Yeah. In fact, it is Talbot. Sit up straight. And thank you both for coming. Mirula, Esmeralda and Tulip want to find the mirror before Professor Dumbledore so they can look into it. We both thought it would be quite fun to look into it as well. I said the same thing. I want to look into it and then we can return it. I didn't say it would be fun, Barnaby. I said it could be meaningful. Why is it something about this whole conversation is making me think of Maggie? Fun is easier, and I don't think I understand what you mean by meaningful anyway. Dude, there's like height of stupidity that I'm sure even Barnaby doesn't have. This is what I mean. Jam City just sucks. I mean that what the mirror of Erised will show you could be a profound or powerful vision. That thing does not show you the future, it shows you your heart's desire. Perhaps of internal contentment or even unknown joy. I don't know what that means, and I think I need to take back my line about Barnaby's height of stupidity. I think fun is pretty joyful. But I guess it's a matter of opinion. Would looking in a mirror be a right lark like I expect it to be? I don't know what that means either, so apparently I have a higher height of stupidity than Barnaby. Or perhaps a profound reflection to be carefully considered like I expect it to be. So he's just interested in knowing what his heart's desire would be, and Talbot just wants to know what he wants. What do you think looking into the mirror of Erised will feel like, Sarahi? I'm honestly not sure which of one of you I agree with, so I'm just going to say I am not sure. I'm not sure what I think the experience of looking into the mirror would be. We don't know that much about it yet, or if any of us will even get the chance to look at it. Or if we should. We definitely should. I suppose you could be right, Sarahi, but I do find myself wanting to look. All I know right now is the headmaster really... I don't care about the headmaster. Stop being concerned about him. And beating Rule and Esmeralda to it is the best way to do that. So, why did you ask us to meet you here in the corridor? Question mark. The mirror may have been hidden in an unplottable room somewhere nearby. The room of requirement. I've heard rumors about that place. I kind of wish we could go in there and see it. Exactly. We know the mirror has likely been taken from there. Perhaps there's a clue here that leads us to it. What possible clue are we going to get in a random corridor about a mirror? How do we know what to look for? I'm going to be asking the real questions here. We don't. So just check around for anything that's unusual. Of course. The race to the mirror. No, shut up. Why is there just a random pile of flowers over here? And, well, a random niffler, which I think is meant to be Sickleworth. Playing with this niffler is more fun than searching this smelly old corridor. I second that. Can we just play with nifflers instead of getting involved in this mess? No, let's just go ahead because Jam City won't allow us to have any fun. Barnaby be like, unfortunately, this is just an ordinary door, not a portal to a hidden room. And this is something I relate with on a spiritual level. I remember when I was a kid, I used to open doors, completely unknown doors, hoping there would be portals on the other side. Those doors were normally bathroom doors. It's a very embarrassing memory that I don't know why I brought up. Anything other than the stems and the books on herbology? Thanks for helping me searching me. Thanks for the help searching me. It seems like the only thing unusual in this hall is this plant pot, this random plant pot. That niffler was quite grand though, and you don't get to see those halls. What are you talking about? That niffler was quite grand though, and you don't see those in the halls too often. So that's not your niffler? That's just actually just a random niffler? Focus, Barnaby. Dude, there's a niffler over there. I don't blame him for not being able to focus. Like I said, the niffler would be searching for something shinier and smaller than the mirror of Erised. But this plant could be a clue. I believe that's from a pufferpot plant. Although I've only ever seen those in the herbology classroom. And those books are about herbology as well. What has herbology got to do with anything? Is this something in the data mine that I didn't read? I'm genuinely confused about this. Perhaps Mrs. Sprout was here and even knows what happened to the mirror. Wouldn't she just tell Dumbledore if she knew? I'm off to the herbology classroom to find out. Please come with me, Barnaby. I don't want to see Penny's stupid face again. I would rather see your face. Your face is much more interesting and pretty. Of course I'm stuck with Penny's stupid mug again. Why is this just kind of here? Like, why is this here? Who brought it here? Why is it? I want to go back to playing Legends Arceus. I'm so glad your hunt for clues to it. Shut up! I'm so salty at Penny. I don't even want to read her lines anymore. The herbology books and this big of power plant definitely led me to want to talk to Professor. Just look at the fact that huge ass mirror is in front of you. Stop talking. Professor Flitwick was apparently looking for her earlier. No one has seen her today. Penny, yeah, thank you for not noticing the mirror. You stupid idiots. Stupid idiot children. That's it, Sarahi. It's the mirror of Erised. I can tell by the frame. Should I look into it? That's for you to decide. Don't ask me. I can't make that decision for you, Penny. Only you can choose if you want to look into the mirror yourself. I appreciate that, Sarahi. And I do prefer to follow the rules. Professor Dumbledore seemed to really want to mirror back right away. He must have had good reasons, and I wouldn't want to look into it without his permission. Of course, teachers better look in. Oh, hi, Professor Sprout. What are your students doing in here before class? Why is this mirror just kind of here? Oh, Professor Sprout, we were looking for you. We heard you've been gone all day. Yes, I left early for a trip to Hogsmeade when I was retrieving supplies. I only just returned. Okay. But Professor, why do you have the mirror of Erised? Why is this kind of here? I'm not sure that's any of your business. Actually, it's quite important, Professor. Will you please explain how it came to be here? Is it here on purpose? It would mean a lot to us and to Professor Dumbledore. I don't care about Dumbledore. Oh, so you brought it here. Very well, I'll tell you why I brought the mirror of Erised to my classroom. Oh, so you brought it here. It's just kind of here on purpose. My eyes kind of just glazed over during the whole clicking part, so I didn't read any of the lines. Perhaps I should have talked to Professor Dumbledore before I moved the mirror. I suddenly didn't expect it to cause such a stir. And we don't want to bother you about it. We're just trying to find the mirror before some of our friends. And you said you were quite eager to find, it, but I still don't understand why, Professor Sprout. I think it's best that we should hold that story for Professor Dumbledore. If he's concerned about what happened to the mirror, we should see him right away. Sounds like a good idea. Let's go see Dumbledore and tell him we found the missing mirror of Erised. You found the mirror, but it goes missing again? Who has it this time and will they deny its safe return? Oh, Marula! Welp! This should have been one of those TLSQs that has like 2 parts. There you are, Miss Silvers. I came as soon as you sent word, Professor Dumbledore. Hello again, Professor Sprout. I believe Pomona was just about to explain how she came into possession of the missing mirror of Erised. Just kind of interested to know how that just kind of happened. Of course, Albus, let me tell you everything. And you should listen quite closely as well, Miss Silvers. Why? I shouldn't be getting involved in this at all. As I expect Professor Sprout's explanation may shed light on why I was concerned when the mirror went missing. I'm eager to hear the tale myself, Professor Sprout, so please tell us your story. I should not be here. Why am I here? I will get 2% about the energy section. They'll give us a gist of the story after the energy section anyway. Okay, so this is genuinely kind of a sad story. Apparently her plant is dying. She can't save it and she just wanted to see it alive again. Okay, that's kind of sad. So, as I said, I've been trying my best to save one of the first puffer pods I ever planted. It's quite important to me as I've always wanted to grow a greenhouse full of plants born from it. But it sounds like the plant is dying and you can't get the seedlings to blossom either. That's sad, man. That's legitimately really sad. And Professor, I'm sorry. Sadly, no. I realized I may have to let my dear puffer pod go. But I also believed that perhaps if I looked into the mirror of Erised, it would show me my heart's desire. And it did. I saw a greenhouse full of thriving puffer pods born from my first, joyously exploding everywhere with life. How grand and lovely. That's sweet, man. That's sweet. It was. At first I was so relieved. The mirror gave me what I desired, but I must admit it brought me such joy I haven't wanted to return it. I apologize for causing any concern, Albus. Oh my god. This sprout is far too wholesome for this world. Oh, That's sad, man. That's sad. I'm so sorry about your plants. I hope you find new plants to bring you joy. I really hope so. This is sad. And thank you, Miss Silvers, for bringing the kerfuffle it caused to my attention. I suppose you must think it quite silly for me to caring so much for the buffer, but no, not at all. It's like caring for a puppy. Like, you grow a plant and you want to see it literally grow forever. It's legitimately sad when it dies. I completely understand. Of course I understand, Professor Sprout. You love all your plants and this was your first. That's sad. Your first plant. I'm glad you got to see how healthy I realized while looking at the mirror. That's very kind, and I appreciate you coming with me to see the headmaster as you brought this to my attention. Compassion is an important virtue, Miss Silvers, and it's especially rare to see it in a student. It's kind of funny he said that it's rare to see compassion in a student, and as much as I hate to agree with it, it's true. Most people around the age of MC are actually like aggressive monkeys. Let this be a lesson to all of us. While the images in the mirror often bring comfort, they can also make people become fixated on a future that may not be possible. That's very true, Albus. Use the mirror for a good reason, Pomona, and I'm glad it gave you the ability to let go of your beloved plant. But that's when the mirror may work best, in allowing you to move on. There's a danger in becoming seduced by the image. Men have wasted away in visaged projects. Of course, you're right, and thank you for understanding. No need, you're a teacher here at Hogwarts. You have access to so many of our magical treasures. And it is your right and privilege to use them. Can I see what? Never mind, I'm not asking. However, I do think it is best to avoid students getting involved with the mirror and its complicated visions. I agree, we should see it returned at once. I can't wait for dinner. The only thing I'll see in the mirror right now is a pulao. It's a very hearty pulao. Miss Silver's 24 classmates know where you learned the location of the mirror. Only Penny, and she was determined to return it to you, Headmaster. She would be here herself if Professor Snape hadn't asked her for help with something. I appreciate that, as well as you both coming to talk to me so quickly. So, we go back to the classroom to get it, and it's just not there because Marula. But we need to retrieve the mirror of Erised at once. I will meet you in the herbology classroom shortly. It's not going to be there because Marula is going to be a little. It's just not there now. It's just kind of there, but it's not just kind of not there. Professor Dumbledore, there you are, but it looks like you've already moved the mirror of Erised. I wish that were true, Miss Silvers. What do you mean? It's been stolen. Again. Now, Pomona, let's just jump to conclusions. Thievery implies ill intent. It's most likely someone else realized the mirror of Erised has been found and simply wanted to gaze into it. Why would they move the mirror, Professor? Perhaps like Professor Sprout, they wanted more time to enjoy what they saw. Though I'm afraid I'll need to ask you an important question now, Miss Silvers. Do you know who might have removed the mirror of Erised from the herbology classroom? Yep. Now I'm getting Marula into trouble. I actually don't care. I suppose it could be one of my friends. Many of the students were intrigued by knowing a magical artifact was missing, and only got more interested once they heard it was the mirror and what it could do. I would force you to tell me who you might suspect without knowing for sure, but I would appreciate it if you'd let me know should you learn who indeed has it in their possession. Sure, Marula can get her ass kicked. The power of the mirror of Erised is not to be trifled with. We should go talk to Mr. Filch. He often knows what's happening within the castle. I'm glazing over. My brain is not computing in my mouth anymore. Excellent suggestion. And while we consult Mr. Filch, perhaps Miss Silvers might search for the clues to identify who moved the mirror. I'll get right to it, Professor Dumbledore. I'll go straight to Marula and kick her ass. Alright then, time to search the classroom. Do we need to search for clues when we know it's Marula? Skip! Hi, Dennis. So it was true love apparently. I've searched the entire herbology classroom and I must admit, Dennis, your presence is quite a clue. Because it could be your owner is the one looking who took that mirror, and the fact that your owner is looking for you too. And since I know she wanted to look into it quite badly, I'm out to find Tulip classroom. Come on, little guy, we return you to her as well. Your little boy, you left in the herbology classroom. Dennis, there you are. I was wondering where you hopped off to. I found Dennis in the herbology classroom, though he is not what I was looking for when I got there. Oh really? What were you searching for, Sarahi? You know what I'm looking for. Don't be quiet, Tulip. You know what I was searching for, so be honest with me. Do you have the mirror of Erised? I know you were looking for it as well. Mrs. Sprout had it in the greenhouse for a while. Good for her, I guess. If you have the mirror, it's time to confess to you. Like, Professor Dumbledore really wants the mirror back. As far as I'm concerned, Dumbledore can have it back. Oh, you Zengi. But you wanted to find the mirror, so what's changed? I looked into the mirror, Erised. And I think you better tell me everything right away, Tulip. You look sad. Why are you sad? What did you see when you gazed into the mirror of Erised? Why are you sad? Also, I cared my -6% about the energy section. With every single energy section, I care less and less about it. So you hope to see you and Tonks playing the ultimate prank together when you looked in the mirror. That's what I thought my heart's desire was. Turns out I saw a nightmare. I was working for the Ministry of Magic, just like my parents. That's a weird heart's desire for you to have. Thankfully, Tonks was there too. Oh, that's adorable! Tulip! Oh, Tulip! Do you realize what this means? This means that she'll be happy anywhere as long as Tonks is by her side, even if it's the Ministry. Her heart's desire is just to be with Tonks forever, which is so cute. We should tell this to Tulip. It will make her feel so much better. But I hate rules and rule following. I'd never work for the Ministry. The mirror must be broken. No, dude, your heart's desire is just to be with Tonks. That's what it's telling you, and that's so cool, that's adorable. I don't think the mirror can show you a nightmare, Tulip, and it can't predict the future either. I think all you really want is to be with Tonks. It is the cutest thing. Were you happy in your vision? Yes, completely. That's the worst part. I think that's the best. I think you're just happy with Tonks. I don't even think you care about the Ministry. I think you just want to be with Tonks. Which is so cute. They'll be friends forever. They're the best friends forever. And if it wasn't for Remus Lupin, you would assume that they were so gay for each other. Which is honestly even cuter. Looking into that mirror has you questioning everything I know about myself. Why are you questioning everything? All you really want is to be with Tonks. I wish you saw that. Do I really love pranks to miss their thought? Should I be more serious about my studies? No, dude. I think you should just spend more time with Tonks. Who am I, Sarahi? Tonks' best friend. Oh my god! Are we saying something? You're Tulip Karasu and you still love pranks. I know Tonks' best friend. You just want to be with Tonks. Why are we not telling her this? But I expect this is exactly why Mr. Dumbledore was worried about it. Clearly, you can see now that the mirror's message can sometimes be confusing. Trust me, Sarai, I'd be happy to never see that blasted mirror again. And will you help me bring it back to the headmaster at least? I would, but I don't have it anymore. I gave it to Talbot. It's a gigantic ass mirror. How are you people just moving it around? Even Professor Sprout had trouble with it and she's a freaking professor. We'll get this sorted, Tulip. But first I have to head to the Owlery to retrieve the mirror of Erised from Talbot. How are we just assuming it's in the Owlery? Why haven't we told Tulip what we think of her vision? I think it's obvious to anyone who comes to this part of the chapter and just be like, oh, she just wants to be with Tonks. She just wants to be with Tonks. Talbot, I'm glad you're still here. Is that the mirror of Erised? Yeah, stupid question. Dumb question, you stupid child. It is Sarahi, isn't it splendid? He's quite cheery, which is bizarre. And you look rather glum, Tulip. You don't know the half of it. Talbot, you do know Professor Dumbledore is still looking for the mirror, don't you? I assumed he might be. But I've been a bit distracted since I managed to move it to the Owlery using some magic. What, did you just use Wingardium Leviosa and move the gigantic mirror in the entire school and nobody noticed? I was told to be very careful. How? That's good since it doesn't belong to us. Professor Sprout bothered it. Yeah, shut up. And so do I. You see, the mirror's reflection will be quite powerful according to the headmaster and Tulip as well. I agreed because I already looked into the mirror of Erised, Sarahi. You did? So what do you see? Yes, does that disappoint you? No, it does not. No, it doesn't disappoint me at all, Talbot. You can make your own decisions. I'm glad. You're my friend and I would respect your opinion if you didn't agree with my actions. Nevertheless, I must admit, I don't regret looking in the mirror. That explains the goofy grin. Pretty much the opposite of how I feel. Somebody cheer Tulip up. That would be my first priority right now. This quest sucks. Allow me to explain what happened when I gazed into the mirror. Hurry up! Don't mind me if I just sulk over here in the corner with one of the owls. Tulip, oh my god, you don't need to be so... I want to cheer her up so badly. Please let me game. Please let me cheer her up. It hurts me to see her like this. See, the sad part here is that Talbot saw his parents, but I think we all know that's what he would see, which is sad, but it's also so obvious I don't feel anything. Jeez, I am very heartless in this TLSQ. I don't feel anything. Blimey, Talbot, it's a powerful image you saw in the reflected in the mirror of Erised. Schools are kind of getting hot. Summer is upon us, and sooner or later it will be too hot to sit in this room without an air conditioner. It was incredible to be with my family. We were all older, happier. My mom retired and working in her garden, surrounded by pumpkins. My father still writes for the Daily Prophet. That's a sweet thing to see. At least you had your dream job and weren't some ministry stooge. Please stop taking your anger out on Talbot. I was returning home to them in the reflection of the mirror. That's nice. That's so sweet. It was as if the Death Eaters never came, Sarahi. Our family was together again. Hug, hug, hug. See, dream job. That's a heart desire. Alright, Tulip. But I must say, the mirror is mystifying and entrancing. I'm drawn to look at it again. That's exactly what Professor Dumbledore wants Professor Sprout about. And perhaps it's a good idea the mirror should go back to him right away. Oh, hi, you guys. That's not for you to decide, Silvers. Rula, Barnaby, Ismata, you don't understand what's happened. And we don't care. We all want a chance to look into the mirror, Silver, so we're taking it with us. Maybe Rula's right. Everyone should have a chance to experience. Why would you want that? But Dumbledore said, if you want to make your case for giving it back to Dumbledore, then you can meet us in the... Okay. There's only one person I think of when you mention the other classroom. Should I make this an year 5 thing? Then my drawing about Rakepick looking into it would make sense. Your friends want to look into the mirror, but Dumbledore still wants it back. Of course he does! Can you convince them to it on the mirror? No, I cannot. I assume you guys have already looked into it at this point. I was wondering if you'd show up, Silvers. You didn't give me much of a choice, Marula. You're basically holding the mirror of Erised for ransom. Don't be so dramatic, shut up. We just want a chance to look in the mirror before you and he would give it back to Dumbledore. Why don't we just let them wallow in whatever they see, and then just give it back? Don't you think it would be smarter to ask the headmaster if you can look into the mirror, Marula? I wondered if I should gaze into the mirror of Erised when we first found it, and Sarai made it clear that it was my own choice if I wanted to look into the mirror. But I realized that Dumbledore's concern meant I should wait. I'm surprised you were so accepting, Silvers. Just give us a chance, Maker. Why are we making a case to Marula of all people? At all! Won't you even listen to the stories of the people who have looked into it before you look at it? It could change how you feel about it. Alright, Silver, tell us what people saw when they looked into the mirror of Erised. Yeah, so Tulip's disappointed, and Talbot's just kind of in his own world now. I don't like upsetting Sarai, but I am curious about the mirror. I am just very biased to you, my boy. The fact that I am so biased is probably not a good thing. I wonder if I can finish this entire TLSQ with a recording without stopping. Please don't fail me today, UPS. Please, I beg you. So let me be sure I'm understanding this. Tulip was upset because it turned out she might actually want to work for the Ministry of Magic. But Sprout and Finger saw exactly what they wanted in the mirror's reflection. Well, I suppose that's true. So how is that a bad thing? They were tempted to keep going back to the mirror of Erised. Its power over people can be unpredictable. And the most powerful witch of Hogwarts, I can handle a mirror's magical powers. Which is why Barnaby and I are going to look into the mirror right now. Go ahead. Screw yourself. Let's see what happens. Oh, Ismelda and Barnaby look happy. Marula is upset. But what were you expecting? Barnaby, Ismelda, what did you see? Are you all alright? I think, no, Barnaby, you looked happy. I have to go. Me too, I want to be alone, but you look happy. Marula, I don't want to talk about it. You're the one who wanted to look into it, you absolute... But that certainly didn't seem to go well. Okay, now let's screw them and... with the exception of Barnaby, let's screw them and just return it. I'm not sure what happened, but now more of our friends seem upset. Is it really our responsibility that they are upset? They're the ones who want to look into the mirror. I agree. So perhaps returning the mirror if Erised should wait at least till we've... How is this our responsibility? Good to see my child has a priority straight. We find Barnaby first. Thank God. I don't care about anyone else. My boy, are you alright? I don't like seeing you sad. You looked happy. What happened? There you are, Barnaby. Professor Dumbledore let me know you were here. Dude, are you okay? I don't like seeing you sad, love. Hello, Sarai. Yeah, I like to come visit the magical creatures sometimes. You always do that. Of course you do. You love magical creatures more than almost anything. That's why I left after looking in the mirror. I saw my heart start, but then I realized something else. What do you mean, Barnaby? What did you see exactly? I'm not sure I feel like talking about it, though as you're I'm your girlfriend. Though as you're a friend, perhaps you could convince me. I will, but we're going to need some help of some nifflers as well. Of course, what is better than nifflers to cheer my boy up? Well, one is jumping into his lap, right? Why don't we play with the nifflers and you can tell me what you saw in the mirror? Well, if I'm going to play with the nifflers, alright, I'll tell you what I saw and perhaps you will help me understand it better too. Okay, Barnaby, I love you, but I care negative 10% about tapping sections and energy sections. Okay, no, I care about you. I'm going to tap at least a few times. I saw myself teaching in the care and magical creatures class in the mirror. That's adorable. Imagine him becoming like a care and magical creatures professor in the future. That's adorable. Wait, excuse me, that's adorable. I love that. I love that so much. That's the better of not seeing our heart stars after all. What were we trying to convince you of earlier? I'm sorry for treating you in the same way I treat Marula, but dude, you should have known. You said you don't want to upset me and I'm not upset. But well, I told you what you should expect. And that you might not like what you see. So, I have to kind of be an adult here. I was quite pleased in the reflection, Sarahi. I mean, that's adorable. I was quite curious about a vision when you ran off. I mean, I don't know why you're upset about this. Because that's like an adorable vision to have. I don't know why you're upset. I was a teacher here at Hogwarts and the vision I saw in my reflection, which is amazing. And it's totally something you can do. I don't see why it upset you. I wonder what treasure this niffler has in its house. Aww. It's sad to see you feeling down, Barnaby. Yeah, like it's the saddest thing. Barnaby sad is like the saddest thing this game has to offer. There is nothing sadder in this game than Barnaby being sad. Okay, so you are a professor in your vision. That's adorable and honestly it's something you can do if you wanted. So what's upsetting you? So you saw yourself teaching care of magical creatures class right here at Hogwarts? Barnaby, that's an excellent vision to see reflected in the mirror. I was so happy and excited in the reflection too, Sarahi. Just thinking about how great it would be to help other students realize how grand magical creatures are. So yeah, that's amazing. What's the problem? So why do you seem upset now, Barnaby? The mirror's reflection shows you something that makes you happy. It doesn't predict the future. And I know I'll never be smart enough to be a real professor. Is that the problem? Barnaby, I understand that you're bad at most subjects. It is like, okay, but this might be the only subject you're really good at. In fact, no, I mean it. You're really good at care of magical creatures. Even if any other subjects don't do well, care of magical creatures will always do well. You could totally be a professor if you wanted to. You could totally be a care of magical creatures professor. So maybe I could... No! Can you give me a good reason? Well, I'm here. I would miss you. Your friends would miss you. And I expect you'd miss us too. You'd miss me, won't you? You know, this is a little... you know how in every single story chapter I keep telling you that Sarahi runs away from Hogwarts for a while and is presumed dead? That's definitely true. I might even miss Marula, though I'm not sure about that. You can't leave people you care about, Barnaby, not because of some vision in a mirror. And honestly, I think being a care of magical professor is clearly something you can do if you wanted to. So you see, you have to stay at Hogwarts, Barnaby. I appreciate you trying to convince me, but I'm just not sure what to do after looking in the mirror. Can I just tell, why am I not being allowed to comfort any of my friends? Why am I not just being allowed to tell him, for starters, that's totally something you can do. Maybe there's something else that would help me make sense of all this, but I don't know what it is. You mean you don't know what it is yet? The reflection you saw in the mirror was clearly important to you. We'll sort this all out, I promise. Thanks, Rahi, we can try. This is something you can do. This is totally something he is capable of. He's selling himself short. I refuse to let you sell yourself short. You can totally do this if you wanted to. By the way, how were Ismail and Marula after they looked in the mirror? None of us talked after we left. I don't care about them. I was wondering that too. I'll figure out a way to help you, Barnaby, and will send for you when I have. But for now, I'm off to check on Ismail. Now I have to check on every single one of these people. I'm bored and hungry. Barnaby is the only one I care about. Your food is almost ready, Hagrid, but don't rush me or it won't be hot. Oh, okay. I need to be leaving Rosmota, but not without me shepherd's pie. I didn't know you get food here, although I probably should have expected it. I've been having such deep thoughts looking in the mirror, well, a bit deeper than usual. As long as you don't want to look into it, I think you'll be fine, Talbot. Oh, so I don't need to see them one by one. That's great. Hey, Sarai, sit down and have some butterbeer with us. I'm sorry, did Ismelda just invite me for butterbeer? What world are we in? You're offering me butterbeer, Ismelda? That's different. I'm celebrating the reflection I saw in the mirror of Erised. You're the one who wanted to talk to us, Silver, so we're here. Get on with it. I wanted to check on you after you looked in the mirror. You, Barnaby, and Ismelda all left so quickly. Penny and I were confused and concerned. I needed to be alone to revel in what I saw, and then told Mirula we had to celebrate. Speak for yourself. What did you see in the mirror, Ismelda? I saw myself telling everyone in my life exactly how I felt, over and over again. That's kind of cute. How's that different from what you do every day? In the reflection I saw, I didn't even have to listen to them whine about it. Wow! That's kind of awesome. Everyone just accepted that I was right. Okay, I suppose one person's happiness is another personal nightmare. Snark all you want, Silvers, it was my true heart's desire. Just letting people know how you feel about them and not listening to them having to argue with you about it. Sounds legit. It actually really does. And what about you, Mirula? That's my business, not yours. Okay. I'm just trying to help. Barnaby is having a hard time with his vision, even though it was a happy one. I want to help him sort it out. Perhaps if I knew more about what you saw, I could help you as well. Since you probably won't let this go. I saw myself with someone I thought I'd never see again, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Your mother? Question mark? If you saw it, then it must be your deepest heart's desire. Leave what you want. That's all I'm going to say about it. Well, Professor Dumbledore wants us to return the mirror of Erised. And since it sounds like looking into it again isn't important to you, perhaps now is the time. Not a chance. I love looking in the mirror. I don't want to do it again. Why me, Ismelda? We got to look into that blasted thing already. And Dumbledore isn't going to let you keep the mirror. So maybe Haywood and Silver's are right. It's time it went back already. Why should you get to decide? I'm the one who wants to keep it. This sounds like something we should talk about right away. Let's just return it already so that this TLSQ can end and I can nap until it's time for dinner. Fine, talk, but I'm going to keep drinking my celebration butterbeer while you do. Okay, go ahead. Oh, hi Talbot, you're just kind of coming here. I keep thinking we should return the mirror, but I really don't want to. Yeah, they're gonna return it, Talbot. End of story. I won't say what I saw in the mirror, but it definitely surprised me. I mean, I won't say what Sarai is going to see is going to surprise. Not going to surprise. I mean, what Sarai is going to see will also surprise her, and it will make her question it for like 5 minutes. Like, seriously, this is what I want? And then be like, okay, actually, you know what? It's kind of just par for the course. I should have expected this is what I see, and it's not going to be much of a revelation. Sarai wants her family back. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of family it is. Blood family or found family. Rakepick was most definitely part of the found family. So, Tulip and Mirula are for returning the mirror to the headmaster now. Though Barnaby might need to look into it again to be encouraged before it goes back. And Ismelda and even Talbot aren't sure they're ready to let it go. I want to look in the mirror over and over for the rest of time. You know that is impossible. Please stop being an idiot. Don't be a greedy mongrel, Ismelda. And you don't call me names, Mirula. Just because you don't want to talk about your heart's desire doesn't mean I should be denied enjoying mine. It's not like the two of you to be fighting, at least with each other. Perhaps Dumbledore had a point about us not looking into the mirror after all, which you denied about 3 times. Did you learn anything? No. Though I imagine you're surprised to hear that from me, Silvers. I am surprised, Mirula. You rarely admit when you're wrong. Let's not go that far. I just said I could see the headmaster's point. How is that different? Carry on, Silvers, before I take it back altogether. Penny believes you need to fix things before you return the mirror, which means helping you all sort out your feelings. It would take someone with big opinions to figure out what to do with this lot. The person I have in mind is big, alright. In fact, he's half a giant. I'm going to see Hagrid to get his advice on how to... Does this TLSQ need to be this long? I mean, the Hagrid's fine, but I'm bored. It's getting hot in this room, it really is. Hello there, Sarai, Penny. Penny here has been filming me about her latest adventures. It seems they've already found Dumbledore's missing artifact, the mirror Erised. Twice! That's true, Hagrid. First we learn Professor. Okay, no, I don't care about you repeating the whole plot. Turns out Talbot... Yeah, no, I don't care. Stop repeating the plot. Then Mirula and the mind did their turn. And then they were also upset or excited. And I've been trying to get them to sort out their feelings. And I don't care about any of this. People are confused and no one will agree on what to do with the mirror now. Some of our friends want to give it back right away. Others never want to give it back. We just want to help our friends to feel better and then let go of the mirror on what they saw in it. I see. I didn't read any of that. I don't care. Guys, this quest is getting boring. It was interesting a little at first, just knowing what everyone saw, but now it's boring and I don't want to be doing this quest anymore. I am hungry and upset. I was hoping you would help me figure out what to do next, Hagrid. Fang and I heard for yes, right? Together we're sure to come up with a solution to your problem. The problem that really shouldn't exist. That would be brilliant, Hagrid. So let's make a plan to solve the problem surrounding the mirror of Erised. For 8 hours! I'm currently wondering to myself when I'm going to edit this video because I'm actually kind of exhausted right now. If your friends are confused by these air visions, you need to sort them out right quick. Talking about it a bit more definitely helped you see what we need, Sarahi. I mean, what is going on? What are you people talking about? Talking about it more definitely helped you see what we need, Hagrid. But how are we supposed to sort out our friends if we don't know much else about the mirror? Sounds to me like what you need is an expert. And there's only one I can think of at the top of my head. He's the one who should be talking to Sarahi, not me. You mean the headmaster? I'm afraid I do. Now that I know you've got the mirror, it would be wrong of me to not tell old Dumbledore. But it'd be better off doing it yourself, if you ask me. I'm sorry, Sarahi. I know I said we should try and help our friends before we return the mirror. But I agree with Hagrid. No, don't be sorry. That's a fine thing to do. The person who would know how to deal with his reactions to the mirror is best as the headmaster. You're probably right, but there's a lot to explain, and I don't want Professor Dumbledore to be angry. Be direct. Professor Dumbledore will appreciate if you just give him the facts and don't make excuses. Or you could speak from the heart. Professor Dumbledore is often very nurturing. How do you think you should approach Professor Dumbledore when you tell him you have the mirror? I think I'll speak from the heart. I don't want my friends to feel bad. I'll speak from the heart when I explain why we didn't bring the mirror back right away. We were trying to help our friends sort through their feelings after they saw their heart's desires. Professor Dumbledore is sure to appreciate that we put our friends' well-being first. And we always intended to bring the mirror back as soon as we did help them. Then I guess that's all that's left to do is go see the headmaster. Go on. Oh, thank goodness we're at the last part of this TLSQ. Oh my god. You seek Dumbledore's advice to try and convince your friends that the mirror should be returned. But will you gaze into the mirror yourself this time? I would. Alright, let's just get this TLSQ over with. Oh god, I'm exhausted. Honestly. What's this, right? Good luck trying to Professor Dumbledore about the mirror. You're gonna need it. You don't understand why these children can't eat more quietly. Shut up and go away. I'm still thinking about the reflection I saw of my thriving Papa Pod in the mirror of Erised. What joy it brought me. Memories are good. Memories can bring you joy. Alright. Look, Professor, we found the mirror. Long story short. Professor Dumbledore, can I speak to you for a moment? Of course, I've been expecting you, Miss Silvers. Thank you, Professor. I asked to see you because I wanted to speak from the heart. And for you to know that I have the best of intentions is what I'm about to tell you. You seem quite emotional. Is everything alright? Yes, and just no. My friends and I found the mirror of Erised. Some of them wanted to look in it, and so they have. And I need your help sorting them out so I can finally return the mirror to you like you asked. I see, and I appreciate your clearly heartfelt concern about your friends. As I said when you were speaking with Professor Sprout, compassion in a student is right and rare. I appreciate that, Professor. Though this sounds quite serious, and I need you to tell me exactly what's happened at once. Yeah, sure, let's just speed along. What you've described in regards to the mirror of Erised is not unusual. This is the power of the mirror. People can waste away obsessing over what it reflects. I wish there was a way to help my friends make sense of their feelings regarding the reflections they saw. And also for others to be satisfied knowing they got a chance to look into the mirror at all. People can often become focused on the future and ignore their present, which can be a great shame. The past is the past and the future is always uncertain. The moment we live in is where we should always aim to focus our minds and hearts. You would do well to take heed of this lesson, Miss Rivers. As you are often focused on quests and mysteries rather than where you are now. Do you see how staying in the present in the moment rather than chasing the future could be beneficial to you? I believe I can do both. I believe I can both focus on the present and look to the future. It's all part of the same journey, Professor Dumbledore. It is indeed. This is quite helpful, Professor. I'm glad you think so. Though there is something else people do not understand about the mirror of Erised that you should know. What a person sees in the mirror is not written in stone. It can change if their greatest desire changes as well. Thank you, Professor. I think you've given me exactly what I need to help my friends. I'm glad, but my patience is running thin. I will allow one more chance to return the mirror. And then I will intervene. Okay? I understand, Professor Dumbledore. I'll do my best to see the mirror of Erised return once and for all. I don't care about you, but I honestly just want to help my friends. And then can come back, whatever. Are they all going to be mad that I tattletaled? Alright, wait, Sarai. Hope this isn't about returning the mirror of Esther. Oh, what do you think it is? I barely got to look into it since we magically moved it into the gallery, which wasn't easy. It is about the mirror, Esmeralda. I've confessed to Professor Dumbledore that we have it. But he's allowing me to talk to you all before the teachers retrieve it. You snitched on us. Why am I not surprised? I wouldn't call it snitching, Esmeralda. Why don't we let Sarai speak for herself? Why did you let Dumbledore on us, Sarai? I was being responsible. I wanted to stop our fighting, honestly. I just wanted to sort of stop fighting about keeping the mirror or giving it back. It was exciting to see a rare magical artifact, but it ended up causing a lot of problems with our friends. I am not mad at you for talking to the headmaster, Sarai. After all, you were just trying to help us. Barnaby being the best boy as usual. I love him. Maybe I should take one more look in the mirror to see my heart's desire, since I'll probably never get it in real life. I admit it will be hard to say goodbye. The mirror is my only way to see my family whole again. That mirror is broken if it thinks I want to work at the ministry. I say let's be done with it. It seems you all have different reasons for wanting to keep the mirror or to let it go. I think one more look into it can be spared for Barnaby and Talbot. But if you listen, I think it can make you see that it's actually just distracting you from what's really important. You really don't need the mirror of Erised to know your heart's desires. And I'm going to prove it to you by doing an 8-hour clicking scene that will be skipped. Other than the obvious of Sarai seeing her brother in the mirror of Erised, it's not set in stone in my head canon what Sarai actually sees. Jacob and Rowan are an obvious thing, but I don't yet know if she'll see more. I'm still working on that headcanon. You do make many good points, Sarai. I just want you all to see that the mirror made you all focus on something that's already inside you. It's your heart's desire. You don't need the mirror to feel it or even finally achieve it someday. Sarai is right. Maybe if I study more, I can make a reflection in the mirror I saw come true someday. That's what I mean. It's totally an achievable goal if you want it to be. And since the reflection in the mirror can change if my heart's desire changes, I could still be Master Prankster. And I agree that my family will always be with me in my heart. I don't need a mirror to feel that. Exactly. Focusing on the future means we're not living up here in the present. Ismelda? Your heart's desire could stay the same or change, but perhaps that's what makes life worth living. Just so you know, I'm going to be telling you all exactly how I feel, even more often now. Okay, fine. Of course you will, Ismelda. You didn't need to convince me to give the mirror of Erised back to Dumbledore. Then we finally agree. Our time with this framed magical artifact was exciting, but now it should go back to where it belongs so that this quest can end and I can go have some food. No, I still have to wait like 6 more hours for food. No, wait. 4 more hours. I'll send for Professor Dumbledore now. And perhaps he'll even allow me to look into the mirror myself before it stores everywhere. Yeah, we get it, child. The mirror is back. That's great. Finally. It certainly is good to have this precious magical artifact back in my possession. Wait, why are we in our robes all of a sudden? Oh boy. What will happen to the mirror of Erised now, Professor Dumbledore? It will be returned to a special place hidden within the castle. That is, unless I decide to move it again. Well, don't worry, Professor. I don't think my friends will go looking for the mirror a second time. I trust they will not, but I must thank you for your help in locating the mirror of Erised, Miss Silvers. Though I do wonder what the reflections your friends witnessed in it, and what they may have learned from them. Perhaps you could share how you helped your peers move beyond or embrace their heart's desires? More tapping, clicking and stuff. As I'm sure the mirror of Erised made an impression on all those who gazed into it. I'd be happy to share those stories with you, Professor, by skipping this energy part. Are we finally done with this entire energy section of this entire quest? This is the last energy section of this quest. And the loading, yeah, thank you. Such a fascinating journey. It appears your friends learned more from your time with the mirror of Erised than I realized. And that you may help them embrace valuable lessons as a result. Except Barula, she's never learning. Thank you, Professor. Though I can't help but notice you never looked in the mirror yourself. No, I didn't. I was too busy trying to return it to you and also helping my friends make sense of their complicated feelings. I appreciate both, and that you respected my wishes. Though from our discussion, it's clear you've come to understand the mirror's power. So before I store it away again, I'd like to give you a choice. Would you like to look into the mirror of Erised now? I would very much like to. I'm very interested. And though whatever this mirror shows us will obviously remain canon, I'm still wondering what Sarai's true vision should be. Thank you, Professor Dumbledore. Yes, I'd love to look in the mirror. Okay, mouse off the screen. Then you may do so now. I want to see. Yeah. Because this is the only good part of this entire TLSQ. Did the game crash? Oh, is extremely cute. This is the only good part. It's the entire TLSQ. This is the only good part, and I'm still wondering if Rakepick should be a part of it, considering Sarai's found family is also important. I'm wondering if Sarai's mother should be a part of it and all that. Though seeing June Silvers and Rakepick in the same picture would be extremely funny looking, because June Silvers is literally a midget, even shorter than Sarai, and then Rakepick is literally a tower of a woman. Professor Tumblr, that was incredible. It felt so real. I was with Rowan and my brother, and it was so amazing seeing us all together. Time with family, friends and loved ones often represents our deepest heart's desire. I know that it will never be possible again with Rowan gone. But it was incredible to see us all together with Jacob one more time. It was as if it was really happening. Ah, that's cute. It is, in your heart. Allow that peace to live there always. I appreciate your choice and your honesty, Miss Silvers. Now that your adventure with the Mirror of Erised is complete, I have something special just for you that really isn't necessary. Consider it a reward for returning my favorite magical artifacts. Huh? Oh, that's adorable! It's a teeny tiny mirror. Oh, that is so cute. That's a teeny tiny little mirror. It looks like a smaller version of the Mirror of Erised. That it is. And though this mirror is not magically empowered to show your heart's desire, may it always remind you of your time with the Mirror of Erised and the lessons you learned on your journey. No, that's adorable. Thank you, Professor. I like that. I like that. Thanks. Okay, we go see this in our dorm right now. No available spot for this decor, huh? Okay, what do I want to replace? Okay, I can replace the History of Magic book. I don't care about it. Oh, that looks cute. Yeah, that looks cute. That looks good. Okay, so there's the Mirror of Erised. Okay, so with that, this TLSQ is over. Mirror of Erised. Nonsense TLSQ had no reason for existing. The only good part was the last cutscene. 5 out of 10. 50-50. Okay, TLSQ just for the last cutscene, but I don't like it. It's just kind of nonsense. Feel free to form your own opinions on this TLSQ. I mean, on one hand, it was nice to know what our friends want, like what our friends' heart desire was. It was nice to see Rowan and Jacob in that reflection, and it's kind of got my cogs turning. It's gotten my cogs turning about what Sarai's real reflection would be. But I'll keep thinking about that. It's something fun to think about. What your MC's real reflection would actually be, because I think most people will have Jacob and Rowan. But if you want to add on to it, like my very bizarre opinion of wanting to add Rakepick onto it because of Sarai's love for found family and my headcanon Rakepick, it's a thing to think about. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, even though it may have been mostly me just ranting about being bored and hungry. I apologize for that. You will see me all in the next video much sooner than anticipated, because in Legends Arceus I have collected all the plates and I am to fight the final boss soon. And I'm not going to fight the final boss for a while yet. I'm thinking I should make a short video on fighting our final boss. We need to fight our favorite idiot merchant. And well, I guess all my favorite characters are my favorite idiots, so yeah, we're gonna fight him. I want to fight him on video. I want to see what it is about this final boss that gives people PTSD. With that, I will see all of you in the next video whenever that comes, and I'll see all of you in the next video. I've said like 3 times now. Bye everyone, have a nice day.